Hello everyone, well, happy Thanksgiving. I know it's been a long time since I've had an update. There's been a lot that's happened since I provided the last update. I think it was summer. Things have been going good, and I've been doing a lot of working on the layout. Project I've been working on for the last couple of months has been sound effects. So as you may or may not be able to hear in the background, I've got birds going and in several locations on the layout, and then I have various local push buttons that can activate local sounds, be it a cannery or a garage or cows, or just depending on where it is in the layout. So I'll show you some of that. I've also been updating my scenery a bit, so kind of refreshing that up. And so it's been kind of fun to get things going with that. So anyway, I can show you what I've been doing and go from there. Okay, so there has been a decent sale that went on at Walther's for some of their scenery stuff. So I picked up some weeds and grass tufts and even some grass mat material, and I'm going to be working on putting that on the layout this weekend. Starting at the left here, we got just a bunch of weed tufts, and so they're great for putting them near poles or sticking out of the edges of roads and things like that. So I'm going to do that there. And then with these longer tufts, I've got a few older buildings that have bases as part of them. So instead of the structure just setting on the layout top, there's like a ground type plastic base, and I've put scenery material over that plastic base. And so for where the edges are, I want to cover that so you can't really see the transition from the layout to the base that the structure's on. So these longer pieces help mask that transition, and so as well as the tufts. Then I got some larger tufts here, different colors, and then also got the scenery mats. These are really nice because they're fine and you can rip them into whatever shape you want. So again, for concealing those plastic bases and other places in the layout, cracks or what have you. I've got a few expansion cracks between the different sections of the layout that are showing small cracks, so having this material covering that will kind of hide all that. So yeah, so that's what I picked up scenery wise. Now we'll go to the sound effects. So as you can hear, the layout is alive with birds. I've got 3 different sound effects modules on the layout with bird sounds. So one over this area, one in the middle area, and one on the other side of the layout. You might hear a horse in the background. That's that middle module. It has birds, and then also has horse whinnying and galloping sounds, because I have a little display I can show you of some figures with horses and riders. And so these are on a loop. They continue going around and around. The horse one is 1.5 minutes. The other ones are 2 minutes long. So every 2 minutes it recycles. So in a couple of locations on the layout, I have these switches that are normally up with the bird sounds, but when I go into night mode, I can flip these down and they will go to crickets. So when I flip the switch down, there's a little bit of an overlap of about, at the most, 2 minutes, but usually it's a little less than that, of both of them going. The birds are chirping and you've got crickets chirping as well, and then the birds will discontinue and then you just have crickets. So it's almost like the real thing, and that is, you get to sunset, you do still hear birds and you start to hear crickets, and it's not a quick change from one to the other. So it works pretty well. I'm going to flip it here and you'll start hearing crickets. and yet you can still hear the birds. Then eventually the birds will turn off and it'll just be crickets only. So again, I have this at 3 different locations on the layout. So as I go into night mode and walk around the layout, I flip the switches and then we'll go into complete night mode and go from there. So I'll show you a shot of it with the cricket sounds at night. So here's dusk on the layout. It's light outside right now, so I can't get it much darker, but you can hear the cricket sounds. And I'll go ahead and just pan on across here, and I hear a few birds because there's one more module that hasn't switched over yet. Over here we have some owls you'll hear. Another thing I've been working on is adding some details to various structures, and so all you have to do is remove the roof on a few of these. This one is a mechanic garage, and you can see I've got some detail going on in there, working on the police car here, and I even have a welding effect. So, just kind of little fun things to help complete the scene. The details, like, you know, little tires in the front, vending machines, things like that. Just kind of helps to complete a scene. And some of those things you kind of never know it's there until it's shown. So, like for the town area, we've got like a church that has a carillon. That when I push this button down here, let me pan down to it, you'll see it says church. So we'll push the button and get the chimes. Another one, we have a couple in this area here. On the left, we have a cattle pen, and so if I push the button, we'll have cows mooing. And then on the right, we have another welder going at it, complete with light effects. And here's the area with the horses. Kind of adds to the fun. The other fun one is we got an arrest scene here, and I've got police radios. As well as next door, we have a firehouse. As you may or may not have seen before, I had put in this fire effect. I got some special LEDs to do the flickering part, but I didn't have the sound yet, so now I've added sound to it. You can hear it crackling there. As well as a mine sequence of a blast going on in the mine. Of course, we've got to have a lumber yard effect. And of course, a farm scene. And we got to have some kids playing in the school. Well, so that's all I have to show you for now. Until the next update, take care and stay safe out there. Talk to you later.